is a wonderful, marvelous, momentous. Hold on, I'll come up with another M adjective shortly. It's gonna be a good Monday. Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, PG, Martinique. It is the very first Monday of October 2020. It is the 5th of the month. Hope everybody had a restful, peaceful weekend and ready to get another week up and running. It is gonna be a good day. Keep telling yourself that. I know it's Monday morning and everybody is stressing and stressing and fretting, but have a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a productive day no matter what you're doing. Positive thoughts in the morning. Positive thoughts in the morning. Good morning to the folks joining us on the GBN Television Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11, and 20. And good morning to the folks listening to Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7. Special spicy good morning to all the folks across the Caribbean, whichever part of the region you are, north, south, east, west, in between. Good morning to you. And those of you joining us internationally as well, good morning as well. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, are having a good day, have had a good day. All right, it is time for this morning's word of the day. And this morning's word of the day is a day we should all be familiar with. Asunder. Asunder. A-S-U-N-D-E-R, asunder. It could be an adjective or an adverb, and it means into separate parts or into pieces. Asunder. Asunder comes from the Middle English word, which comes from Old English and means separately, separated from one another or apart. It is a prepositional phrase meaning literally in separate. From the adverb, it comes from the word sundar, which has cognate forms in all the Germanic languages. The source of English for sinecure as well. Asunder dates from the Old English period. This morning's word of the day, asunder, A-S-U-N-D-E-R. It could be an adverb or an adjective, and it means into separate parts or into pieces. Examples of the use of the word: helplessly shooting, let's start over. Helplessly shooting blood red beams of flame out of your eyes that rip through the lawn and split a tree asunder. Another example of the use of the word: two warring ideals in one dark body whose dogged strength alone keeps it from being torn asunder. This morning's word of the day is asunder, A-S-U-N-D-E-R, an adverb or an adjective, and it means into separate parts, in or into pieces. And this morning's quote of the day: little by little, day by day, what is meant for you will find its way. Little by little, day by day, what is meant for you will find its way. What is to is will is. What is to happen will happen. What is meant for you will definitely find you. You may not get it when you prayed for it, or at the exact time that you prayed for it. You may not get it when you want it, but you will get it. What is for you, no matter who, what, when, where, how may try to make you stumble or come in your way, get in your way. What is to is will is. Little by little, day by day, what is meant for you will find its way. All right, let's see what's celebrated today on the 5th of October. Today it is Be Nice Day. Be Nice Day. Every year on October 5th, people come together to celebrate Be Nice Day. It's a no-brainer that we should be nice each and every day, but unfortunately in this complicated world, that's a tough goal to achieve on a daily basis. Today it is also Do Something Nice Day, so they go hand in hand. Make your friends and family smile on this October 5th on Do Something Nice Day. This holiday encourages us to perform acts of kindness for strangers or loved ones, or both. It's easy to become so caught up in our own stress and struggles that we forget to show kindness to others. It is a great reminder that doing good deeds make the world a better place. So it is Be Nice Day and Do Something Nice Day today. Whatever it is, just do something nice or be nice to somebody. You just might make a difference in somebody's day. Put a smile on their face, especially today. We should try to do it every day, but especially today. Today it is also Child Health Day, which is celebrated on the first Monday of every October when we show our support for children's health, family, and those that work hard to help them. So give your children healthy snacks today, no conkers. Try and the fruits and vegetables. And today it is also World Teachers Day. World Teachers Day. Almost everybody has a favorite teacher, someone who went above and beyond to encourage you because they could see your potential. On October 5th, take time to celebrate World Teachers Day, a global event launched by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, in 1994. A special good morning to all our educators, primary, secondary, daycare, pre-primary, private school, public school, whichever way you teach the nation's youth and adults like myself. Good morning, Tam Cece. Whichever part of the spectrum you fall on, good morning to all our teachers. It is a tough job, a job that requires patience. Big up all your whole, bless up all your whole selves. Bless up all your whole selves on World Teachers Day. Have yourselves a good one. Children, try not to stress out your teacher today. Yeah, today it is World Teachers Day. Hopefully everybody did their homework over the weekend and the teachers would have less stress today on World Teachers Day. All right, let's see. Very quickly, speaking of teachers, saw a notice over the weekend that for parents and students of the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School, SAS, please keep in mind that all on-site classes, meaning all classes scheduled for the school itself, physically being in the school, there will be no on-site classes at SAS this week. It has been confirmed, according to a news release, that all on-site classes will be suspended from today until Friday, God willing. So parents and students take note, there are no classes in the school itself. All classes will be held online. According to the notice that I saw, it is due to serious electrical situation at the institution, which will be attended to this week. So parents and students take note, there are no classes physically at SAS this week. All classes will be online. Thank goodness for online, you know. As well as drivers of heavy-duty vehicles, you are advised that the Grand Valley Main Road will be closed to heavy-duty vehicles effective today to facilitate construction of a retaining wall and cross culvert that is in dire need of repair. From what I've read on the notice, light vehicles, normal vehicles, for lack of a better phrase, would be allowed in the vicinity or to travel the road, but keep in mind there would be traffic delays because from what I've seen, the repair work takes up approximately half of the road, so there would be delays in either direction. So take note, heavy duty equipment vehicles, no passage on the Grand Valley Road from today. The project is expected to last for 3 weeks, so take note to find other routes to get to and from your destinations. Okay, I think that's all I have time to share. Let's get ready for the news, the morning edition of News and Week in Review. This is Good Morning Grenada, Classic GBN Hot 98. Stick and stay.
From Saturday, October 3rd, the Maurice Bishop International Airport was declared open to commercial flights. The mandatory quarantine days for incoming passengers on commercial airlines have been reduced from 14 to 4. This took effect from September 29th. Details in this report.
In an exclusive interview with Health Minister Nicholas Steele on Thursday, he explained that protocols have changed for people traveling to Grenada from the yellow and red zones.
Individuals must have a negative PCR test not older than 7 days from the date of travel. They must fill out all of the required documentation and show proof of accommodations in Grenada for at least 4 days after arrival. On arrival, they will be taken to the approved facility of their choice and will remain in quarantine for 4 days. On the 4th day, they will be tested, PCR tested. The results take 1 to 2 days to come back. Once those results are negative, they will be allowed to leave their quarantine facility and enter the rest of Grenada.
The health minister further explained that if a person does not have the desire to enter the community of Grenada and wants to remain in the quarantine facility, they are free to do so. They will be brought from the airport to that facility and brought back to the airport when it's time for their departure. Minister Steele outlined the process for persons wishing to home quarantine.
There is a possibility for individuals who would like to do home quarantine, that is, to stay at their own home when they come in for the first 4 or 5 days. They must apply for this 7 days before travel so that the site can be inspected and verified. They will be required to use the GPS locator armband or watch. There is a fee for that. They will be the ones that will be tested on arrival. Before they're allowed to leave the airport and go to their home, they will be tested. And on day 4 or day 5, they will be tested again before they are allowed to leave home quarantine.
Individuals will be required to pay for the second PCR test as well as the GPS monitor. The monitors come at a cost of $25 EC per day and should be returned after the individual's quarantine period. Amidst complaints from people sending submissions to the Ministry of Health, the minister says ministry personnel have been working tirelessly to respond to request submissions in the quickest possible time. Christina John, GBN News.
Students and teachers of the Grenada Boys Secondary School are celebrating success in this year's CSEC examinations. 2 of the boys secured a record-breaking 18 and 16 passes. Rina Pear tells us more in this report.
Giovanni Digans and Saku Sam are the top 2 of the 17 young men who performed well in the 2020 CSEC examination from the Grenada Boys Secondary School. Achieving 18 passes with 16 grade 1s is Giovanni Digans, and 16 passes with 13 grade 1s is Saku Sam. The young men, who remained humble, says it was hard work and many late nights, and the results are the fruits of their labor. They expressed how they felt when they received their results.
I mean, it was a good performance, I will admit, because I know my parents and the school and stuff, they're all very proud. But for me, it's just something I did. There were a lot of classes, like up to sometimes 9 o'clock, classes during lunchtime. But the teachers here, they really helped, God really helped, and I think, yeah, that's what really prepared me.
I feel ecstatic, right? Because knowing where I started from and how it has all unfolded for me, I think that it's quite an amazing achievement, and it's been a while since I've been waiting for this.
Principal of the Grenada Boys Secondary School, Philip Thomas, said he is very proud of all the students' accomplishments, as it is a manifestation of what the school stands for.
It's a great feeling. You know, words can't really explain it. You know, it's just a manifestation of the extremely hard work that parents, members of staff, and students have been doing here at the GBSS.
Cheryl Gibbs is the mother of Giovanni Digans. She said she was not surprised with her son's results, as he always excelled academically. She gave this advice to parents.
You cannot expect them to have confidence in themselves if you don't have confidence and demonstrate that same confidence in them. Support is not, some parents might be able to provide financial support. If you can't, so then you just have to be there to provide emotional support, because from time to time they're going to need it.
Sekou Sam will be heading to the T.A. Marisho Community College, TAMCC, with an aim to be a neurosurgeon. Giovanni Digans will also be attending the college, but is unsure about the career path he will take. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Caribbean Civil Group, based in the Bahamas, the company contracted to conduct the geotechnical investigation into the Molineux Road slippage and other projects along the Western Main Road corridor, are expected to arrive in Grenada this week. Cherry Blackman Stephen has the details.
In an interview with the Government Information Service, Ray McKenzie, team leader and highway engineer for Caribbean Civil Group, said the team will arrive from the 5th of this month to start collecting traffic data and other assessments soon. He outlined the work area to be assessed.
The main road corridor is some 26 kilometers, and it extends from Queen's Park Road, which is adjacent to the National Cricket Stadium, to the north to St. Mark's Secondary School. It has 5 sections of what we refer to as section packages. It also includes the Upper Woodburn Road between Woodlands Main Road intersection and the Montgelou intersection. And so that in totality, that comprises the project area.
Mackenzie said the project design phase will run for over 6 months, the tendering stage over 3 months, and the construction stage over 13 months. He said that residents in the affected areas will be engaged.
We have undertaken or started to undertake the surveying, the structural assessment, the environmental assessment, the social assessment will start in earnest next week. In fact, residents who reside close to those particular areas will perhaps engage with our social analyst and her team on the ground collecting data. And so this is going to be a very interactive process where we engage the persons or the stakeholders who live in proximity to those sections, as mentioned, to make sure we get good feedback from those persons to take on board as we move forward with our design and construction of these works.
He said 2 local firms are part of the project.
2 of the top firms in Grenada, Geotechnical Investigation Services, and the name speaks for itself, and also Barry's Engineering Company. Barry's Engineering Company will be tasked with structural engineering and also resident engineering during the construction phase of this project. They've played a pivotal role throughout this project, and we see that continuing to the end of this project, and so we're very pleased to have them on board.
Cherry Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Welcome back to the Week in Review. 21-year-old Akim Andrew made his appearance in court on Wednesday on another offense of fraud by false pretense. Andrew, who fired 2 of his legal representatives months apart, represented himself in court. Just about 2 weeks ago, Andrew pleaded not guilty, claiming that his lawyers tricked him to make a guilty plea. But the St. John resident once again changed his plea to guilty and was sentenced to 20 months in prison, though the police have not disclosed details about the incident which led to the latest charge. It has been alleged that the youngster defrauded an Asian businessman. This comes 4 months after he was given a reprieve by the court. It may be light at the end of the tunnel for teachers who have been home since the start of the school term. President of the Grenada Teachers Union says they expect the issue to be rectified soon. Rina Pear has the details.
Last Thursday, President of the Grenada Teachers Union, Marvin Andel, voiced his concerns over government's delay in renewing the contracts of some teachers who remained at home. A meeting was held between the Grenada Union of Teachers and officials from the Ministry of Education to address the issue, which, according to Andel, caused setbacks in the operation of some schools. Andel told GBN the recent meeting with the employers was fruitful and they expect the issue will be rectified soon.
At that meeting, the union learned that a number of letters were being prepared to be sent out to teachers and that they should be receiving during this week and in the coming days letters of reappointment. What has happened originally was that a batch was published, and that created some discord because some persons were not seeing the name. And out of some degree of caution, the ministry is claiming that they are in the process of preparing the letters and send them out so that it is not done like it was originally planned to do batches. But appointments are being done and information will be received as to some of these appointments.
Anders says they will also be meeting with teachers currently under contract to work the way forward in getting them into a more permanent position. Minister for Education Emmeline Pear at Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing says her ministry has been doing their best towards finding solution to issues affecting teachers. She explains how contracts were issued to teachers.
Speaking about teachers for reappointment, and let me probably just explain this because it's a little bit different to a regular person in the system and a renewal of a contract. So one way, for example, is a teacher who goes on maternity leave for 3 months. So you may find that a teacher coming to replace that person for a period of 3 months. Or you may find a case where a teacher retires and someone has to come in to fill that position. So you do have cases where a number of persons who have been serving for a specific period and that period has ended, and then the ministry has to see, is there another vacant position that teacher can now fill? So we've had a number, hundreds of persons who would have had to take up short-term arrangements, persons going off to study and otherwise within the system. And we do have some cases of interviews where some of these persons might be interviewed to fill permanent positions.
For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Government is pushing ahead with plans for the 2021 budget despite the economic uncertainties created by the COVID-19 pandemic. Christina John has more on the recent budget retreat.
The Ministry of Finance on Wednesday hosted the country's annual budget retreat, held virtually to accommodate physical distancing protocols. The budget retreat seeks to present the government's key strategic priorities for the upcoming budget year, chart the way forward for the public sector investment program, highlight key interventions for the last quarter of the current budget year, and agree on actions, reporting requirements and timelines for the preparation of the national budget. Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Dr. Keith Mitchell, addressed government ministers, permanent secretaries, heads of departments, finance and planning officers on the importance of planning ahead.
We need to focus on getting our economy growing again and in creating employment opportunities for people. We need to look at the policies, projects and programs with the greatest potential in this period that will drive the recovery. This will cut across several areas, including agriculture, construction, manufacturing, tourism, education, and ICT. We need also to look at what opportunities have been created by the crisis and seize those opportunities to boost growth and development. Government must deploy all its policies, its policy tools and strategies to help support a strong recovery.
The COVID-19 pandemic has interrupted a prolonged period of solid microeconomic performance. The Prime Minister acknowledged that Grenada will experience a sharp decline in economic performance this year, due largely to the reduction in revenue.
Our responsibility here and the things that we will be doing on this budget and making sure we implement the PSIP program and to see to it that the private sector projects are implemented will in fact go a long way in creating hope and opportunities for those who are unemployed at this particular time. So as we prepare for the 2021 budget, we need to make some very important decisions to not only get us back to where we used to be, but also to ensure that we build stronger, more sustainable and resilient economy.
Christina John, GBN News.
Welcome back. Government will be looking at the different models offered by the Regional Marijuana Commission to chart the way forward on how the country will handle the use of cannabis. Christina John had a sit down with guys on the block.
With the Prime Minister's perspective on marijuana now changed, will the decriminalization of the herb become a reality? Grenada, along with regional heads, agreed recently that a review of the status of marijuana as a dangerous drug will be done with a view of reclassification. Young people on the weekend expressed their views on the debated issue. Some youth chose to share their opinion off camera.
Legalization of marijuana, in my view, I'm not in support of it. I'm in favor of criminalization against marijuana.
My thought on that is that I find they should legalize this thing. Number one, it's good medication. Number two, people have to make a living. Instead of getting locked up, you're making how much time for that. I find they should legalize the stuff and let people free up themselves.
Benefits, if you give them the poor people the license to grow it, yeah, benefit. But if you don't give them the license, you don't have no benefit for us. Because the government go give the people the license to grow it and them go eat the food. But if you give the poor man the license to grow it, then you got benefit for us.
With many advocating for the decriminalization of cannabis, many see the economic value this can add to the country's revenue generation.
Legalize, let the country develop. Look at St. Vincent. St. Vincent and them places been running like with marijuana. Marijuana build these places and them, even though it wasn't legalized yet. Understand? So if they legalize it now and they get taxed off of it, then we go have things in the country.
We're moving like we backward the whole country. Even in Trinidad, they could plant 4 trees now in the house in Trinidad, right there. Each home could have 4 trees in the house, yeah? I don't see why we can't do that too. We have to walk around with that pong, but a little ounce is good.
Soon-to-be Minister for Agriculture Peter David says in a recent press briefing that public consultation must be held, following which a special committee will assist on the final outcome. A 2018 survey indicated that over 60% of Grenadians welcome the decriminalization or legalization of cannabis. Marijuana, however, is still considered an illegal drug in Grenada. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Unemployment in the country is now at an alarming rate, especially with the number of job cuts due to the COVID-19 pandemic affecting businesses. Here's another dispatch from Chrislina John.
Youth in the rural communities appear to be hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. GBN wanted to get a feel on the ground on how this is affecting their daily lives. We touched base with a few in the parish of St. David.
Feeling really bad because I don't have nothing to go by. I don't work in, I don't have a job, I don't have money, I don't have food, I don't have nothing, so I just coping with life. You understand? I think it's the same thing happening to many people around me, just the same way. My
situation between the unemployment and when you look at it, nothing much and happening for the younger generation.
My community, it is very high. It is very high because a lot of the young men are at home and they are frustrated, nothing to do, no work, nothing is happening for them up here. And like to me, like up here, people don't see us up here. They don't come out and look for us up here. If we don't.
One elderly man, speaking in the interest of young people, saw alternatives a government can consider for employment. He says too much of our local fruits go to waste that can be made into viable products and reduce the country's imported bill. Tourism is good, he says, but agriculture should be first.
If we look into agriculture and look to, let me say, input like, let me say, agro industry, you understand? When I say agro industry, I don't mean just a simple agro industry. Let me say agro industry at the art, you understand? So then we could have people get into that, you know. You're boosting agriculture, you know, and try to utilize some of our fruits, you know, that most times, years upon years, it's been going to waste, you know. Well, even going back on the marijuana, you know, if we look to say, well, legalize it or decriminalize it, you could have certain process in place where people is free to have certain amount, you know, so then probably that could help the economy.
With Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell to take up office as Minister for Youth from October 1st, it is hoped that some transformation can take place in favor of youth.
I mean, if you have to create that difference, I mean, the difference would have been created already. You are already there inside there, and he having to be the Minister of Youth Well, you never know.
That is a no-no. I find they should leave the person who was for youth. I find they should have leave them there.
We have a brilliant youth community in Grenada. Well, when you look at let me say the government, they wasn't, let me say, in a position where they govern the country for more than, let me say, 23 years or whatsoever it is, you know. So I say now that if any impact had to make towards youth, I say that it should have already done, you know. Now I see now it's still late. I see that stand fully.
Christina John, GBN News.
Whenever we're faced with difficulties, we find comfort in those we know and trust. This is especially true when a loved one has died.
Welcome to Otway Bailey Funeral Home.
For over 100 years, Otway Bailey Funeral Home has helped families celebrate the lives of their loved ones with compassion and dignity. Our affordability, attention to detail, warm and caring staff has contributed us being the funeral home of choice for official and state funerals. We treat you as we would treat our own family. All of our services are designed to help you get through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life, whether it's planning a funeral, joining our burial society, or pre-arrangements. You can be assured of the Otway Bailey commitment to consistently provide the most caring and professional service possible with the best options and price. So call us 440-2558 or visit our website, otwaybaileyfuneralhome.org.
At Otway Bailey, we offer the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Rubis is giving you more ways to win because you deserve it. Spend $50 or more in Ultratech fuel or purchase a Rubigas refill at any Rubis service station and get an entry card. Win one of 5 amazing grand prizes worth $2,500, including Ultratech fuel, cash, groceries, bill payment vouchers, and home furnishings. Each grand prize winner gets to donate $500 to charity too. Plus, win exciting weekly prizes, including electronics. Make sure you're in with a chance to win. Win with Rubis. You deserve it.
I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home, and your card through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including Financial Literacy Quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso Program, Junior Cooperatives in Secondary Schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC Grants. The Credit Union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Bruv.
Hello? I can't see you.
What's good?
But I can't even hear you.
Yo.
Hello? Hello? Ah.
Okay, I see. I'm good. I'm coming in.
Ah. There you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel's super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
or more in Ultratech fuel or purchase a Rubigas refill at any Rubis service station and get an entry card. Win one of 5 amazing grand prizes worth $2,500, including Ultratech fuel, cash, groceries, bill payment vouchers, and home furnishings. Each grand prize winner gets to donate $500 to charity too. Plus, win exciting weekly prizes, including electronics. Make sure you're in with a chance to win. Win with Rubis. You deserve it.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11, K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
You know, one day I woke up And you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey. Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
When the devil want to breathe, we have to turn it off. There Jah goes again. He took me to a higher level, higher. Oh, Daddy Father blessing me. Oh, Daddy Father.
The world is brighter. I'm so much lighter since you came into my life, Lord. I am not the same.
Blessings flowing over here like a fountain. Don't make nobody trick you.
You've spoken, we have heard. Now we're making more time available for your evening primetime shows on K105. From Monday, July 6th, Your Law will air from 6 to 7 p.m. On Tuesdays, Simply Agriculture. And on Wednesdays, join discussions on constitution reform in partnership with Island Media. At 5:50.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. Those of you just joining us, better late than never. Those of you that stuck with us, good morning once again. Let's do this. It's time for this morning's Mouth Off Monday. Respectfully mouthing off on a Monday. I like saying it like that tonight. All right, this morning we're going to respectfully mouth off. Last Friday, students of the T.A. Marischal Community College held protest action protesting the grades or lack thereof that they received from the 2019-2020 CAPE examinations. What we're going to mouth off on: do you think the students were right in taking matters into their own hands and holding the protest, or should they have left that up to the powers that be, being the teachers and principal at the T.A. Marischal Community College and the Ministry of Education? Respectfully mouthing off this morning. Hit me up on the landline, 435-2041. You can write out your messages on WhatsApp. Please, only written messages on WhatsApp using your letters, possibly numbers on the WhatsApp. No voice or video calls, no voice notes, no videos, pictures, YouTube links. Just write out your messages on WhatsApp. You can also weigh in and respectfully mouth off on the GBN Television Facebook page and the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. The question this morning: do you think the students of T.A. Marischal Community College were right to take matters into their own hands and protest the grades or lack thereof that they received from the 2020 CAPE exams, or should they have left that up to the powers that be, being the Ministry of Education and the teachers and staff at the T.A. Marischal Community College? Let's go to our first caller. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Blossom.
Morning, how are you?
I am good.
All right, go ahead.
So, the Lord help those who help themselves. And I listened to that young man speak on one of the videos that I saw. And I also listened to the minister and her politically correct response. Now, how could you, as a person leading the younger generation, give those sort of answers that have you in limbo? Now, if they gave them less to do, the examining authority should not be asking for the full amount. And I find the students are correct, and they should continue because that's their future, right? That's not the person who's correcting the examination future. They already have a future. That's not the minister's future. And if the minister cannot see, or the persons in authority cannot see to do the right thing, then the students should continue because we need things like that. And I like to see people working for their future and working for what's right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, caller. What do you think? Were the students of T.A. Marshall Community College right in taking matters into their own hands to protest against the grades that they received in the 2020 CAPE exams, or should they have left it up to the powers that be, being the T.A. Marshall Community College and the Ministry of Education? Let's see. For those of you who may be unaware, while I wait for the phone to ring, I'll bring it into context. For those of you who are unaware, some of the students, TAMCC students, or the students who sat CAPE exams, they have complained that some of their grades came back ungraded, meaning you didn't get a, what do you get again? An A, B, C, right? CAPE is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, maybe not as far as G. But anyway, they did not get graded. They did not even grade your papers. And the students are saying, no, we work hard. That does not reflect the efforts that I put in preparing. The ministry said what had happened was there was a delay in uploading the SBAs onto the CXC website. They missed the deadline by a little bit, and that led to ungraded. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning, Blossom.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you do?
Good. I'm doing very well.
All right.
Yeah, but I don't have all the facts about this thing, so I cannot speak intelligently about it. But I did hear you explain something just now. So is this problem just in Grenada, or is this problem in other Caribbean countries?
It's in other Caribbean countries as well.
Okay. So what is the Ministry of Education position on that?
According to a news release issued after the protest last Friday, the ministry said that, hold on, let me get to the news release.
Yeah, no problem.
Right. The matter was brought to the attention of stakeholders concerned, including CXC, and the CXC has decided to allow TAMCC to upload the SBAs. What they explained was TAMCC placed scores for students on the registration system, but they did not upload all the SBAs by the deadline, so the CXC could not have access to it to grade it.
Oh, so then is that a ministry? Is this the Ministry of Education problem, or whose problem is that?
It is everybody's problem, actually.
Okay.
In my view, it's everybody's problem.
Well, yeah, but what is the Ministry of Education saying to the students? Because, you know, I want to support the students, but I want to have the facts first before I could support them.
Understood. The ministry said, well, from what I've gathered, the explanation came out after the protest on Friday that CXC is working on the issue, and they indicated that the matter would be resolved by this week. Today's the 5th. The matter will be resolved this week.
Well, that sounds very encouraging. And the thing is, I don't want to blame the students, because I think the student needed some answers. And
Agreed.
I think TAMCC should get some blame too. What is TAMCC saying about that?
I haven't heard from TAMCC.
What do you call them?
I haven't heard from TAMCC. I guess they're leaving it up to the ministry.
Come out and make a statement. What is really going on?
I guess they're going through the ministry. I'm not sure.
So you see, sometimes you have to voice your concern to get people going.
Agreed.
So I think I don't want to blame the students. I think the students might have done the right thing by, you know, coming to the public and say, hey, look at us here. We did our subjects, and now we're not satisfied with the grades. So somebody did. I think both TAMCC, I'm trying to get the word, the people from TAMCC, what do you call those?
The board?
Well, the board or whoever, right? The board and then the Ministry of Education, they have to work hand in hand to give the students satisfaction, because the students will not just go on the open in the media and voice their concern if they were not treated the way they're supposed to be treated. So this is how I see it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Somebody on WhatsApp says the powers that be are currently doing nothing. To be exact, the minister is satisfied with the faulty grades. Therefore, if we are left to fend for ourselves, it is only logical that we take action. That sounds like a TAMCC student, Ollie. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Blossom.
Morning, Mr. Banana. How are you doing?
Followers. I'm doing quite good, thank God. First of all, I'm very happy. I must give praise to the Almighty that we've ended another week COVID-free. And just before that, we ended another full month COVID-free. And that's a lot to give praises for. Let's hope we can keep that way for another week. Let's take it a week at a time. This matter, I do not know all the facts. I cannot say that I know everything, but it would be a travesty if students should work and not get the rewards for their labor. That would be a very, very terrible thing. At first, when I heard it, that they were protesting on the island, and I heard what our minister said, I thought we were all in the clear and there was no serious problems here. To me, it was mentioned in a very nonchalant way, as though we don't have a problem and we would not be protesting anything because we had nothing to protest. Now I'm getting a different spin on things, because it seems as though the people who are actually feeling the heat have to start to stand up for themselves. And if it's a case where the students did what they were supposed to do on time, the TAMCC did what it was supposed to do on time, and the problem was with the ministry, but there seems to be a different tier there where it has to leave the TAMCC and then go to the ministry. I'm not sure if this is very clear. If the TAMCC is responsible for uploading, or if the ministry is responsible.
From the news release, it said TAMCC.
TAMCC is responsible?
Yes.
But I'm hearing other things saying the ministry. So we have to clarify that if it's TAMCC, then the fault is at TAMCC. And I think they have to take responsibility and they have to come clear. And whatever can be done needs to be done, because this is a very pivotal time in people's personal development. TAMCC at college level, we all know what a college education means and a college certificate means. And it will be terrible for some young people if they get to that point and they are jolted because somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do, assuming that it is the fault of the institution or the students. But I think we have to go to the end of this. The students need all the support they can get from the institutions and the general public to, I would say, to make the cause heard and to ensure that they get justice at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. According to the ministry's news release last Friday evening, the main issue stemmed from the fact that although TAMCC placed the scores for students on CXC's online registration system, the college did not upload all of the SBAs by CXC's deadline so that CXC could have access to it. So according to the ministry, it is the TAMCC's responsibility. What are your thoughts? Do you think the TAMCC students that participated in the protest last Friday, do you think they were right in leading the protest, or should they have left it up to the powers that be to handle the situation? Somebody on WhatsApp says that's the youth's total right. The people in position drag their foot on matters too much. They work too hard to be treated in this way. Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Morning.
I would say the students are completely right for protesting what the actions is, because as everyone said, this is a big step for them and they can't really mess that up. But TAMCC has a history of messing up students' grades, so I would see why they would take the action to do that. Because in my year, I almost didn't graduate because somebody in the office and so on, I think it was a course I had registered for in the first year, they didn't put it down on my list. So when I was graduating, they told me I couldn't graduate because I was missing my credentials. But that is a big issue that's going on with TAMCC for a while now. So they kind of have a history of missing out on putting in proper information that certain students are supposed to get. So that's why I find the students are right for protesting this, because TAMCC needs to work on that.
Thank you very much, caller.
Thank you for that bit of information, bit of history. Somebody on WhatsApp. Yes, somebody on WhatsApp says, like most things, the ministry is slow to act. I think it's a good idea the students let their voices be heard so their voices with the ministry can resolve things faster. Another WhatsApper says, it is heartbreaking that the students have to come out and protest for there to be action. Youths, be aware this administration does not want educated people. Remember, most of you can vote, so take that very serious. Don't let the minister or any other minister daunt you all. Keep up the pressure because you are the future of our nation. And the minister said they are not protesting anything re-CXC CSEC. So here we go. She does not care. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Good morning, Mr. Bedo. How you do?
Well, I just easy. I was trying to learn things from you. But let us go to the thoughts right now. I agree with those students 99.5% because I want to make too long talk this morning. I just going and get a parable now. The reason why they protest, it come like work done and you labor last. So you are no pay to get. So then back to you in St. George's.
Thank you very much, caller. Somebody on... Thank you, Mr. Badu, not caller. Mr. Badu. I'm a brethren. Somebody on the... Hold on, let me check. Nothing on YouTube. Anything on Facebook? Nothing on Facebook. All right, so back to WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says... Yes, they have that right. The ministry and college should have taken up the issue immediately, but I am seeing a trend by young people in the country in recent times. They are not sitting down anymore, and that's very encouraging. Standing up for what they believe is right, it's a very good thing. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Good morning, Ms. Jeremiah. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and how are you?
I'm great.
How was your weekend?
It was blessed.
Oh, great. That's good. I like what you say. I would support the students. Because if I'm not mistaken, in the very beginning, I think I heard the Minister of Education say they're not doing anything because of whatever. I'm not sure exactly what she said. But as though Grenada didn't have that problem, and so there was nothing to do. Now we're hearing a different story. So whatever the students have to do to get justice, to get right, I think they had a right to do it. Because, I don't know, something ain't right in this nation, Blossom. Something ain't right with government in this country. And I keep telling Grenadians they need to go on their knees and repent and pray so that God could take control of Grenada and deliver us. Because where Grenada is heading in the spirit realm is detrimental. So we got to get on our knees and commit this nation to God. We got to pray for those in authority, as the Bible tells us. Because when you read certain scriptures, you see what Satan does to leaders and people in authority. That's why God said we should pray for them. And a lot of us, because we love them, they could do what they want, so we don't have to pray. It's only when something happens and the heat turn up, then we run in and call God. But God don't operate that way. We need to repent and we need to pray and ask God to take over this nation. If not, sorry for us. God bless.
Thank you. Somebody on WhatsApp says... The protest was good. It shows democracy. It also helps to galvanize the point. They worked very hard and they can't take this lying down. Another WhatsApper says, based on the last caller, they are right. And somebody on Facebook said, the young caller is correct. TAMCC does have a record of messing up students' grades. So yes, the students are correct with their course of action. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, well, good morning to you, Blossom.
Morning.
Well, I just say happy belated birthday because I've been trying to get on there today, but I didn't get on there. So.
Thank you very much. I'm taking it still. Thank you.
And I hope you enjoyed.
I did. I did. Thank you.
But to the youth, blessings to them. I let them keep it up. Because if they don't do it, nothing will go on. So blessings to them. I let them keep on pressing. So bless.
Thank you very much, caller. On that note, let's take a quick break and then we're going to come back and continue the discussion. This is Respectfully Mouthing Off on a Monday. We'll be right back.
Dutch Lady, we give you delicious and nutritious milk. We make sure our milk is filled with essential nutrients, calcium, vitamins, and protein. Dutch Lady gives everyone in the family a strong start to the day. Keep your family healthy and happy. Dutch Lady, building strong families since 1871.
Distributed by Hubbard's Agencies, Kirani James Boulevard, St. George's.
The Esplanade Mall, something for everyone. Go on a shopping spree today and experience some magic.
Whenever we're faced with difficulties, we find comfort in those we know and trust. This is especially true when a loved one has died.
Welcome to Otway Bailey Funeral Home.
For over 100 years, Otway Bailey Funeral Home has helped families celebrate the lives of their loved ones with compassion and dignity. Our affordability, attention to detail, warm and caring staff has contributed us being the funeral home of choice for official and state funerals. We treat you as we would treat our own family. All of our services are designed to help you get through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life, whether it's planning a funeral, joining our burial society, or pre-arrangements. You can be assured of the Otway Bailey commitment to consistently provide the most caring and professional service possible with the best options and price. So call us 440-2558 or visit our website otwaybaileyfuneralhome.org.
At Otway Bailey, we offer the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. It is 19 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Less than 20 minutes to get to work on time if you're going for 8 o'clock. So hustle, knees to chest, and hurry up and get to work on time. All right, let's get back into respectfully mouthing off on a Monday. Somebody posed a question on the WhatsApp, and I'm going to pose it as well to add to the discussion. Who do you think should take responsibility for... I can't use what they say. For the hiccup? For the mishap? For the hiccup. Let's say the hiccup. WhatsApper. Who do you think should take responsibility for the hiccup? TAMCC or the Ministry of Education? Let's go. So that's adding to the discussion if the students were right to take matters into their own hands. And who do you think is responsible? For those of you just joining us, we are discussing the CAPE results following the release of CAPE results last month. Students of the T.A. Community College held a protest in front of the Ministry of Education on Friday to protest the absence of grades in some subjects because they received an ungraded grade from CXC. And do you think they were right in taking matters into their own hands, or should they have left it up to the powers that be, being the Ministry of Education and TAMCC? And we're adding to the discussion, who should take responsibility for the mishap, TAMCC or the Ministry of Education? Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning, caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, caller.
I think it should be the Ministry of Education because TAMCC is under the jurisdiction, and so the Ministry of Education should have seen and should have known what was amiss, remiss, whatever, and they then, in turn, would take it up with TAMCC. But I think right now, Ministry of Education. And the Minister of Education, whom I heard say they had no issues and they weren't taking up anything. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, I'm with the students 100%. It's like working and not getting paid. This administration does not like educated people in Grenada. Another Facebooker says, I think once again we see incompetence of the ministry, and not just the results but in other instances. I think the students have a right to stand up after putting so much to study, and you don't have a grade to show for all those sleepless nights. I think TAMCC and the Ministry of Education have to do better and find a way to bring the issue to a result where all students get what they have been working all these years to achieve, and those who are responsible should let the door hit them on the way out. We don't need square pegs in round holes. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning, Blossom again. I didn't want to call again, but I think it's necessary that I call to humbly respond to my dear sister, Sister Jeremiah, for what she said. You know, sometimes when things happen, we always tend to blame the government. But do you know, I said it before and I'm going to say it again, that the Church of Jesus Christ also have a responsibility. As a matter of fact, in this very familiar scripture that we all quote in 2 Chronicles 7, 13 and 14, most time we do not quote verse 13, but it says, God says, if I shut up heaven and there be no rain, or if I command the locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among the people. Now, pestilence includes the coronavirus. That's a plague. If I shut up the heaven, that is what happened in Australia last year, where there was no rain and all these fires in California, no rain and all these fires. Also, the locusts, certain parts of the world like Africa and so on was invaded with wild locusts. So God is saying, if I do all these things, if my people, he didn't say the government, who is my people? My people is the Church of Jesus Christ, of which Minister Norma Jeremiah is also a part of, and I am a part of it. Okay. God is saying, if my people who are called by my name, if we should humble ourselves and pray and seek his face and turn his repentance. Yes, she did call for repentance, which is very good. But who is God saying to repent?
Okay.
Just give me a minute, Blossom, just 1 minute. If God is saying, if his people do that, then he will hear from heaven. He'll forgive our sins and heal the land, right? The state of affairs of our nation is a direct reflection of the state of our affairs. Ms. Jeremiah refused to talk about the corruption that is taking place in the church with those pastors, most of the pastors living, double standard life. That is where it starts. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Somebody on Facebook says the examination unit in the Ministry of Education and TAMCC messed up. All external examinations is authorized by the Ministry of Education. WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says the students are right. Grenada have too many square pegs in round holes. Time to get serious. Another WhatsApper said the responsibility is that of the college through the ministry. Remember, CXC is a regional body, so the ministry should be the ones making the representation to CXC. Remember, there was an issue around the time of the exams with work to rule with the teachers. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, darling?
I'm good. How you do?
I'm fine, you know.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen to me. I blame the Minister of Education. The Minister of Education are blaming. And as far as I see, not only the Minister of Education, the whole ministry in the government, they failing. They're failing because they're not bringing the truth to the people in Grenada, Carriacou, and Prismatic. The virus that is going on there, there is many people that believe what died by the virus, and they don't bring in the truth. Bring the truth to the people. The Minister of Health and the Minister of Education. Have a nice day, darling.
Thank you very much. You enjoy yours as well. A WhatsApper says, the students have all right to seek their interests. For the other parties involved, this is not the time to point fingers. Time to fix the situation and learn for next year. Another WhatsApper says, I believe the minister is not telling the truth, because it's as if SBAs were submitted late, the entire exam result would come back as ungraded. That's CXC's policy. So how then did these students get grades, albeit low grades? Grenada, like the rest of the Caribbean, should demand an investigation, but seems only teachers the ministry has strength with. There were some who received ungraded grades. Ungraded grades is the right term? But there were some who received ungraded, and others with low grades. Ungraded grades? Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom. How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
Good. What I say, since I know myself, some children fail, they don't get subject, and some don't get. Some get and some don't get. So I don't know what is this big issue about. Some of them don't study in their work. When they fail, then get no subject. Now they're blaming the minister and blaming the government. That is not right. They fail, then get subject, go and do it private. Okay?
Thank you very much, caller. From what the students were saying, however, the grades do not reflect the work that they put in. So let me see how I could put it, for lack of a better phrase. I know I'm right, I know I'm supposed to pass. How I get ungraded, that'll add up, unquote. Those are the thoughts of some of the students. I put in enough work, I study my work. I'm supposed to at least, even if it's a C, that's a grade, but I can't tell me I get it ungraded. Ungraded means I did not complete the requirements. I completed it. That ain't making sense. Those are the thoughts and expressions of some of the students. So it's not all a case of, I didn't work from a grade, but I'll make confusion still. It's not all of them, if any. Somebody on WhatsApp says, this is another example of the attitude of the authority. They only move when people take action. I support the students. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. How you do?
I'm all right for the time.
Okay, go ahead.
This last caller, she should think and before she come and talk. Yeah, students know what they do, how they work, how they put out the effort, what they should get. So she shouldn't be coming and say that. She should be ashamed saying that. Yes, there are some people, but there are some know what they do and what they could get. So I'm 100% with the students. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Somebody on Facebook says, we must pray, but be real. We are living and are part of the kingdom on earth, and so we must face it, people, and stop misinterpreting the Bible. Somebody on WhatsApp says, the last caller before the man is so right. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember exactly. Okay. Trying to remember exactly which caller it was. Somebody else on WhatsApp says the ministry should hear the students, analyze the situation, and refer to the necessary personnel on behalf of the students. However, a news report said the minister said she will not be joining other countries in querying results. So the students have to fight for their cause if they feel they have a case. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Blossom.
Morning, how you do?
I'm fine.
All right, go ahead.
The caller before that lady that go on there, she always condemn everything that people say when coming to the government, or if they blame the government for something. I listen to the program, and that's all what she do. She just make a big fool of herself there again, condemning the students. Okay? She has to stop that. All right. Bye.
Thank you very much, caller. Let's try and respect other people's opinions. We may not agree with it, but let's try and respect it and respectfully mouthing off. Respectfully mouthing off. Somebody says, if this problem is Caribbean-wide, are you telling me that all the colleges or ministries made the same problem? No problem, mistake. Oh, let me start over. If the problem is Caribbean-wide, are you telling me that all the colleges and ministries made the same mistake? Okay, I get it now. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm a little bit baffled as to what information has been sent out. Some people are saying that the students have not got grades. Imagine somebody did an exam, or some people did exam, and you telling me that they could not get a grade? In fact, maybe I would say, according to what they grading them, A, B, C down to Z. Maybe Z could be the lowest. They should have had to get a grade, or they must get a grade, because they did an exam and the grading would be either you fail or you pass. I don't know what A mean, what B mean, or Z mean. Z might mean partial you fail. So I would feel that every student supposed to be sent a grade, not individually, maybe to the ministry or to the team or resource college. So somebody is giving me wrong information saying that student didn't get a grade. So then if they didn't get grade, that means to say something is wrong with where the people are correcting the exam. They must get a grade. So I don't know what people are trying to say. In Grenada, what they're trying to say, people are giving me wrong information as far as I'm concerned. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. You do not always get a... It's like... let me see. Okay, it's like applying for a loan in a financial institution, but the process of review and approval does not start until you bring in all the documents. So if you do not bring in your pay slip, the process won't start until you bring the pay slip. It's kind of like that with the ungraded. You did not complete all the requirements for us to grade the work that was submitted on your behalf. That's where you get an ungraded grade. Something about saying ungraded grade does not sound right. But until I learn the right phrase, that's how you get an ungraded grade. Somebody on... It didn't sit right on my chest, ungraded grade. Somebody on WhatsApp. Oh, right. The contribution that asked, since it was a Caribbean-wide problem, are you telling me all colleges or ministries made the same mistake? That's a good point, because it is not only Grenada that has that issue. Most, if not all, countries in the region, some. I know there were issues in Guyana, there were issues in Trinidad, with that same ungraded scenario. So that's a good point. Everybody made the same mistake. Well, maybe I guess it's different mistakes that led to the same result. It could be. It could be different mistakes that led to the same result. But you raise a valid point, WhatsApper. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sister. How you do?
I'm good. How you do?
Good, thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that people have to remember that COVID played a big role in all this confusion that's taking place. My problem is with the Ministry of Education. Every other area take the interest to find out and to sort out the situation because they know the capabilities of their students. So why is it that the children have to protest before you could come clear and say some of the grades didn't go, some of the SBAs didn't go up, or give an explanation? You should take the interest of your people too. So I am saying also too, the whole public service is messed up because they are taking out people who know what to do in the public service, capable people, competent people, and putting too many people who are related to a political party in those ministries who don't know what to do. So that we are always in the situation. And the other thing is that our government presently is not interested in education. Look, we have no COVID, and yet still children going to school one day in a week. What is this communist about? Get up ministry and minister and all these people, government, and do something for our nation's children. Education is important. Do something for us so our children will have a brighter future. Have a good day, sister.
Thank you very much, caller. You have yourself a good day as well. What point I'd raise, though, is even though they're probably going to school, physical school 1 day a week, there are online classes for most, if not all, of our schools and students. So it's not like they're really missing out on the other 4 days. They have classes and possibly homework as well. All right, let's wind down because we need to get ready for the BBC 8 a.m. newscast. Let me make last rounds on the social media. WhatsApp, somebody on WhatsApp says the students are not graded as a case. Is it a case where the papers were not submitted on time? Yes, according to the ministry, that was part of the problem, that they did not meet CXC's deadline to upload some of the SBAs so that CXC could have access to it. So if the deadline was 8 o'clock today, the SBAs, some of them were uploaded, let's say 8:05, 8:30, or maybe even tomorrow, please the Lord. They missed the deadline for some. That is all the time we have for the program this morning. Thank you so much for keeping it mostly respectful. Thank you guys so much for participating. Let's get ready to join the BBC for the 8 a.m. newscast. Wishing each and every one of you a blessed day today. Remember to be productive, love each other and yourself. Say good morning to all the teachers you meet. It is World Teachers Day, and it is also Be Nice Day and Do Something Nice Day. So let that be your watchwords and phrases for this marvelous Monday. Have yourselves a beautiful day, as the song says. Bye-bye. Show love to everyone that you meet, okay? When it seems like long ago was truly better day.